Hey guys, as you probably already know, Grant from The King of Random passed away a few weeks ago, and I was obviously super sad to hear that. He was one of the very first YouTubers that I've ever watched, and I was lucky enough to have met him a couple of times and even worked with him. And he was a wonderful mentor, he was a great example. And after watching all of the videos that the community was making after the news dropped, it was just kind of amazing to hear how everyone kind of seemed to have the same exact story, where he was just a wonderful friend. No matter where I went, my kind of personal experience, whenever I'd go to an event that he was at, he would make me feel like I was his best friend. And it's hard to describe, but no one else in any of these events or anyone in the room would make you feel the way that Grant did. He'd always reach out and he'd always take you seriously and not feel like you were a waste of time. And so obviously this was awful news for me to hear, and it sucks. But what's been amazing is seeing the community kind of come together. I've seen so many wonderful videos, and it seems like everyone has a very similar experience where Grant was just an amazing guy to work with and everyone loved him. And over the past week or so, I've been watching a ton of his older videos, just going through, seeing them all. And as I was going through these videos, I kind of got the idea of, I want to make something based on one of his videos to share with my audience as just something to honor Grant and his memory. So that's what we're going to do today. This is more of just a lighthearted video, just for fun, but it genuinely is something that is pretty cool in my opinion. We're going to make proto putty bouncy balls, and they're even going to glow in the dark. So this is really cool. The original proto putty video that I watched of Grant is amazing. I used it to create the seal for my vacuum chamber. A lot of you guys have seen this in the background of my videos and said, hey, did you make that because of Grant? Yes, I did. And so it's actually a super useful material, proto putty is, and these bouncy balls are so much fun. They're super bouncy, and you can even add coloring to them and glow powders to give them really cool colors as well as glow in the dark. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Grant, for everything that you've done, and let's get into the video. Now you only need a small little splash of water, just probably even less than a milliliter. That's just enough to activate that silicone and set the hardening motion in place. After you mix in the water, that starts a chemical reaction which eventually hardens the silicone, and it gives off an acid that can kind of sting your nostrils, kind of like vinegar, and it's definitely not very pleasant to smell. So I definitely recommend doing this in a well-ventilated area. Now once you're ready to start rolling it into a ball, you want to coat your hands in just a little bit of cornstarch. That's going to keep it from sticking to your gloves too much, and then just start rolling away. And you want to really compress it and squeeze it as you roll it, and that'll help get rid of any deformities or cracks or creases in the silicone. And if you're having trouble with that, it's probably because it's solidified too much. So I'd say start over, try again, but start forming it a little bit earlier. Now as you roll the putty between your hands, you'll notice it gets a really thin layer of that cornstarch on it, and it leaves a white kind of haze over the top of it, which I don't think really looks good. I want it to be nice and bright and shiny. And so just keep rolling until that starts to disappear. And you'll notice it starts sticking just a little bit to your gloves, but if you just work quickly and make sure that it doesn't have time to stick, you should be okay. Now once the ball is ready to go, keep rolling it between your hands. Again, you don't want it to get deformed, you don't want it to stick to yourself. Just keep rolling and then just gently drop it onto a sheet of, what I've got here is aluminum foil. All right, first one down. All right, I've got the process down and figured out for the fluorescent red glow balls. Now I'm gonna go through and just repeat the steps and do a whole bunch more colors. so there it is, guys. These are actually a really fun craft that I think anyone could do at home. They're impressively bouncy. They literally are just like a bouncy ball. And they make just a great squishy little nightlight. And so this would be just a great fun thing to do for all ages. I have so much fun with these. Everyone at our office is begging me for one of them. So as soon as we're done with this, I can go pass them out around the office. But this was a lot of fun. Just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions on how to make it, we put together a PDF. We're going to have that available in the description. That'll have all the ingredients as well as instructions you need in a printable form just to make it easier. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much to Grant and everyone at the King of Random for all you do, all you've done to make YouTube such a wonderful place. Thank you so much.